Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever the time is. Welcome back to the Third Age Competitive League. I am your host, as always, James, aka the Dark 2, aka the creator of this game, aka the second best commentator this side of the equator. I don't know why I'm always so nice to you, Jessica, but say hello to the people. Introduce yourself for the first time in the booth.
Hello to the people. And you're so nice to me because I'm just a swell kind of girl. So that's why.
It's true, you're always very hype and squee about things, so there's plenty of love to go around in these parts. And doing quite well in this month, or this quarter, towards the top of the leaderboard yourself there, which I'm just flashing up for the people now. There's some tense matchups coming up this month, and with the first ever variant being played in Chaos Month. We are sure to be in with an exciting one today. We've also got the scripted setup for the first ever time that we are now using. So yeah, this is as exciting, or I am excited anyway. Any predictions for what we might see picked in the turrets department here today, Jessica?
Oh, I don't know. I've been offline with the game a little too much the last month, doing personal traveling. And so I feel like the trait's going to be about who they wind up, the picking order and the who they wind up with for a character. Because it does seem like there are some trends with different players in terms of if I'm this character, I prefer this trait.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obvious ones that jump to mind, Rand Ice Die, Perrin Two Rivers. A lot of people like Matt with the white cloaks. Personally, I'm a big fan of Matt Soldier. Egwene Warder is another one. And just about anyone with Borderlander can give you a run for your money. So it's exciting. I've been like playing loads of trait games recently because everyone's been wanting to get their practice in, and now we like actually get to see what people are going with. Looks like Robin picked first and went with Matt. Critter on the Nynaeve. Icicle is just picking. And then it'll be Skeeter that gets to pick his trait at the same time as his character, essentially.
I think with Critter going with Matt, I definitely like Soldier with Matt.
The colours aren't correct just the second.
Oh, okay. I'm still adapting to the
it swaps everyone around after. Once if you look on the menu, it tells you who they're all playing as. But yeah, it takes a sec to just like switch everyone around, make sure everyone's on the right colour, and then
Critter's back to Nynaeve. I mean, no reason not to do Aes Sedai.
I'm not a big fan of it personally. I think there's a lot of better choices for Nynaeve. Aes Sedai is the trap because it's useful at one point, and then like after that it's like, I guess I'll get some more channelers. Granted, it is better now that there's more non-channeling at Aes Sedai, but yeah, I think there's better choices actually available for Nynaeve. Thinking like Aiel, Borderlander, some interesting ones. Rand
Peter just scooped up Borderlander.
Yeah. Skeeter on Rand with the Borderlander. So plenty of channelers in the tier 1 for Rand to get in Borderlander. You've got Lana, Amalisa, Karenni as well. So 3 channelers with decent levels in the tier 1 deck. There might be another that I'm missing, but those 3 at least off the bat. Egwene has gone with Warder, and I know Icicle is a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of it too. Andoran incredibly strong, the ability to get Min and Nori early on and just generate shit ton of cards. Very strong. And then finally, White Cloak Matt. Robin's been raising that White Cloak banner the whole past couple months. He is determined.
But sometimes he does like big red herring moves, so it can be hard with him to tell.
That's true. I do think it's strong for sure. But I think if you target the key pieces of what make it strong, which are Bornhold, Big Bornhold specifically, and Radam Azanawa, if you take those out, then it doesn't do much. Because Azanawa draws a ton of cards. Every time a White Glow is exhausted, you get to draw a card with him, which is nuts. Okay. Especially on Mat.
And how many White Cloaks are in the Tier 1 deck?
In the Tier 1 deck, I think there's 4 in the Tier 1 deck. And then there's like 7 or 8 in the Tier 2, 1 in the Tier 3. Turn 1 for Rand. Discarded a Portal Stone, drew it into a Bond Warder, and is now digging up with the trait. Have to imagine probably going for Amalisa. Uno the first choice, that makes sense. So in traits, just to go over this for any viewers, all followers of your trait cost 1 fewer of each resource. So this Uno that usually costs 2 coins and 1 favor, only going to cost 1 coin to Rand. To anyone else, it would cost 3 coins and 2 favor, because it's an extra if somebody else has the trait. Oh, apparently Skia drew. Been a while since that happened.
I feel like it was during my last game it happened.
Oh, it's you, Jessica. It's the curse.
It's totally me.
Got a cancel meeting, not a Bond Warder. After that reset. So yeah, 1 coin for the Uno, and then his future Borderlanders are going to be another favor fewer. So at the minute, he's on a -1, -2 discount. It's a good start. Ooh, let me get a poll going. Let's see how long you can talk without me butting in.
Okay. So we got Icicle as Egwene. It looks like we're using trait for our first recruit. And who's he going for? Hamar. Using a careful word. Value, as the Dark 2 would say.
Damn straight he would. But he's not here right now, he's doing a poll. Who's Nynaeve got? Nynaeve and Doran? Ah, there's nothing far. And Dave, I guess? I'm trying to come up with good names for them. We've got a Egwene guide in Randolander. I like that one. Andive and Maclux. Place your bets, people. Opening hands just to run over for the stream and for the benefit of Jessica, of course. Playing the game, a Bond Warder and a Welcome Party left for Egwene in her hand. Nynaeve only had the 1 card, but it was a good one. It was an End of the Ways, and she's playing it right this second. Matt gonna have a practicing the forms, a learning the craft, a pilfered plans, and probably discarding the 4th. Random in the chat. Yes, the extra cost function for other players is active, regardless of whether it's exhausted or not. The top part of the traits is always active, both the extra cost and the reduction. The search 1-up is on cooldown.
Is it worth mentioning that you've done some great traits videos for anybody who might be interested?
I have, yes. I mean, I did one. Great as in long. It's like an hour long. Don't know if it's great in any other way, but yes, there's an hour-long traits primer video that goes over literally everything you could want to know. But feel free to ask any questions here as well, of course. That's what we're here for. Krita ended up in Ilion. She only get 1 card.
I don't know. She should have drawn 2, right?
What up, Zach? Robin stole it.
Oh, the pilfered plants.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah, it looks like it was the spoils of war anyway, so she probably didn't care that much. She's just got a compelling argument left, and that's something that's... I mean, it's going to be hard to talk about things other than the fact that we're playing traits for the majority of this, probably, because it has such an impact on the way you play the game. I mean, such a simple rule set, but the deeper impact just does cascade onwards. And those cards like Compelling Argument, anything that lets you steal a follower, or anyone that lets you kill a follower, are so much more valuable in traits games, because people have big threatening followers all the time. People have beat sticks that go, hey, I'll gain +1 combat strength for every warder in my party, which by the end game is like 8 or 9 every 3 turns. It adds up. People have the same effect, but it generates actual troops instead, and they can use it just moving through some Trollocs, because that's totally fair. You want to kill people's followers, is my point, so things like Compelling Argument, even, you know, Unidentified Object of Power, Usquai, all sorts of kill spells that less value in your average third age game shoot up in value when you're playing turrets.
Yeah, absolutely. I've only played a few traits games and have seen someone, you know, build a trait up to 8, so that it's a key portion of their Forsaken battle strategy every single time.
Mm-hmm. I never finish a traits game out of gas. Like, I've always got more gas at the end game, and that's partly because you have these insane followers that are giving you +10 troops, +10 combat strength, whatever. Though not all traits have access to those. It's worth noting. And actually, I only just noticed we've had our first crossover and theft here. Steppin didn't go to the Warder player when I go in. It went to the Andorran player on Nynaeve. So, key tool taken away from Icicle by Critter there, heads up play. Definitely going to serve to her advantage through the rest of this game. I mean, she didn't have to go for Steppin first, nothing... Like, I would have not gone for Steppin first if I was playing Andorran Nynaeve. I would have gone for Min, or Nori, or Basil Gill, or something like that. But she's right. She's 100% right. I usually tell people, Bob, if I notice that they've missed a resource or something, yeah. If it's like a triggered ability on a follower or something, I'm not going to tell them. If it's like the location that they move to, that's kind of just game rules. Who would you be most scared of, Jessica, in this game?
I mean, it's hard to tell. Icicle is really quite fierce. This is a scary bracket, anyways. All of these players have good game. I think that, I don't know, I gotta give it up for my girl Critter. Critter on Nynaeve, fastest to tier 1. she's so thorough and aggressive, whereas I'm really tentative. So I'm rooting for Critter today.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a lot of experience with traits, but adding a trait to Nynaeve is kind of like, not that hard. Like, Nynaeve's one of the characters who sort of, she likes to go for things like Old Treaties and Ball of the Winds anyway, that dig people up. So adding a trait to her that digs up a channeler for you it's just what you wanted anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And Critter's style of gameplay generally is that she is just incredibly thorough anyway. So giving her one more thing to keep track of doesn't slow her down any. She's already just very meticulous as a player. So that paired with her great early start and her generally assertive nature as a player, I think she's in a good spot to take this game.
And you know she's feeling herself tonight. She just got a great captain shirt and she's wearing it in full force. Can't wait to go back.
Absolutely.
And watch her stream later. I'm assuming she's streaming.
I actually don't know if she is or not, which is a bummer if that's the case. But I know that she was certainly excited about her jersey, and it seems like all the good juju you would need.
All the good juju, enough to steal a step in that I forgot to play the sound effect for, so here it is. A couple more times for good measure. Yeah, there we go. It's been a while. I'm kind of rusty on the streaming front. Like, it's been like 3-4 weeks maybe since we had a stream. Everyone was rushing to get their February games done. So, it's been a long wait.
And it's going to be that way for March too, right?
I think they're a bit more spread out this month. There's 5 games for the first time. I haven't actually scheduled them all yet because I'm a mess. But
well, it'll be 6 though, right? Because we have 5 groups for the first time ever and an invitational. Yeah,
the invitational's probably going to be at the start of April, I'm thinking. Because Bob's away, like, the last week of the month or something. And Bob will definitely be in. So, yeah. He warned me about that, like, a couple of months ago. So the invitation will probably be towards the beginning of April. April League may have started by the time the invitational happens, I don't know. It'll just depend on who's in it and when we can plan it. And I'm looking forward to that. The first Beltane Invitational. I'm sure I'll see you there. I mean, you're on 8 points, right? So
sounds right.
Any idea when my game wouldn't be dinging at me for my turn? Already checked the volume. I have no idea, honestly. I can't see it anywhere on the menu about muting.
Skeeter picking up Karenni.
Oh, she got it.
She got it.
Yeah, that Karenni coming in hot for Rand. Already got the Daigyen as well to discount Aes Sedai. It's a nice little one to sneak in there despite not having the Aes Sedai trait himself, which is kind of surprising, right? Like, Skeeter had first pick of trait. He could have taken Aes Sedai on Rand.
Yeah, sure. Skeeter's played quite a few traits games this month. I'm sure he's got a plan.
Oh, Borderland is not bad either, don't get me wrong. I'm just like, I think a lot of people underestimate the power of the Aes Sedai. Now that they have, what's this? Avalon Bastine, who gives plus combat strength.
Yeah.
And now that they have Lalaine, who gets back action cards, and Romanda, who gets back characters, like, they're just so indestructible. Like, even if you disrupt them, they can just get the thing back again, so it doesn't matter. So yeah. Yeah,
I'm guilty of that. I haven't given Aes Sedai a try yet.
They were a lot worse before I released all those new cards, and now they are just like one of the best in my opinion. From probably the worst before, so much needed change. A solid start for Matt. 2 white cloaks and a channeler. I'm not sure how they'd feel about that. Sure, he feels pretty good about it though. It might have actually been a free ebb and hop. Well, it looks like he was walking through that way, and based on how the traits are rotated, I think that might have been a free ebb and hop will in 4 Kings that we missed out on. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to go take my sweater off. It's a bit hot in here.
Icicle scooping up a Dorian, as one does, at free favor after every battle. Will get you every time. There's playing a refresh.
She got 2 levels on him?
No, he already had a level.
How?
I'm not sure. I'm using him to play Twisted Ring.
You played a conscripts? Oh, 2 refreshes.
Okay.
Ah,
See,
so
it had a merch. You might have
yeah.
just picked it up.
So Twisted Ring finds a warded conversation. A Dorian for a Gwen kind of nice as well.
Yeah, and he got it traditional flip style, so. Which makes sense. He's a soldier, not a warder. This is why I don't do commentary.
You'll warm up. Don't worry about it. You just gotta get it spooling, and then like verbal diarrhea. Honestly,
Okay.
You don't really have to have any talent at all to do this. You just have to say what you see. And try and sound as if you can actually formulate a sentence.
Well, I'm really good at being opinionated. Hopefully that helps.
What's your opinion on the 2 Rivers longbow that Gwen just drew?
What Egwene just drew? Well, she can't play it, so...
It's a real strong opinion.
Kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testing you here. I'm doing bad today. You're doing better than me. Cool catchphrases. Yeah, that'll get it done.
How did the
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub.
poll end up?
How did the poll end up? That's a good question. Right now, Critter's got the lion's share of the votes. And that is fitting because of the Andorran pick. I actually didn't mean that to be a pun as I started saying it, but we'll go with it. Yeah, Critter got 3 out of 5 votes so far. She's only used the turret once. Wonder whether she's thinking about using it on this turn. Yeah, there it goes. Got to think Min's going to be an early priority for her. Not much else in the tier 1 she probably cares that much about on Nynaeve. Battle Girl's fine. Move up to Camelin and get a free 3.5 at some point.
Oh.
As well, later on. It is the Basil Gill, so... I'll get an extra coin reduction off her Andorrans, bring her down to -2, -1 on the recruits. Make things easier moving forward.
I'm wondering if she's even thinking of Min with the peaks.
Yeah, maybe not. Especially with it being like Art of Showmin, who I don't think is Andorran. I'm pretty sure she has the turret list open. We were talking about it just before the game. So.
Has Skeeter been taking his peaks? I realize he's drawing now with his trait, but
That's a good point. I'm not sure. I haven't noticed whether it's peaked. He could have, but I haven't noticed. I'll try and keep a better eye on it moving forward. Gwen gonna draw a Guide in the People. Some decent coloured cards in hand. Playing the game, Bond Warder, Welcome Party, Promise Power, and Guide in the People. Along with that Two Rivers Longbow we mentioned earlier. So some tools for a Gwen to get going there. And it is definitely important for a Gwen to get going in these Straits games, because if she doesn't get ahead a bit quicker than she usually would, there's a high chance that the other players will just go way too fast and she won't be able to keep up. It's weird how the games take probably about the same amount of time as normal. They're like twice as long turn time, but half as many actual turns in the game.
sure.
So it balances out.
Do you notice a trend when you're playing of folks avoiding characters until their trait is up?
It depends who they're playing as well. Because, like, if you're not playing someone who's moving through a lot of characters, I'm thinking like a Nynaeve, or a Gwen even, then there's no real reason to if your turret's not up, like, why risk hitting an enemy? But if you're playing someone like Matt and you really need to get your followers online, you're gonna have to flip, like, every turn like you usually would. Waiting for the turret to be up is nice. On Rand as well, I think is one that you can, like, wait for it a bit more often, because Rand's recruits generally tend to be more targeted than other characters like Matt. So, a Talonvor flipped over by Icicle. That's going to be 3 coins and 2 favour if he wants to buy that. And he cannot afford. It's the most expensive Talonvor you've ever seen.
For no good reason.
Yeah, except to Critter. Critter, it's free.
And also to keep him away from Matt as male number 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plenty of reasons to go for that one. I think it's more about whether you want to spend your turn going to tier than it is about whether you want the Talon War.
Fair. Yeah. But she is.
Yeah. With the trait down, you have to imagine it is going to be that Talon War. Oh, maybe she wants the Marin for compelling argument. Matt just one mail away. I think he did just mention that a second ago, didn't you? But... decent hand shaping up. Got a practice in the forms, a journey to Iridian, refresh, a scouts, and a well-turned cards. So some good cards in there. He is in Avalon now. He's going to be hitting tier 1 next turn, tier 2 if he gets lucky on a flip. Yeah, an Eluja, another great follower for Matt to have. Get to trigger that ability nice and often with his tier 2 or tier 3, pretty much whatever you want. Mount up for Rand. Skeeter sitting on a cool 9 channeling levels at the minute. Do not have the level to play Folded Light, my friend. We'll get that troop back though, so he'll be absolutely fine. Still gonna have 2 more in Jangai Pass on the next turn. Put him on 10, be able to hit tier 2 on his way out. And the trait will be back up. Can get a Pavara? 7 channeling levels?
He just fought Peter Connell, so now his troop count is too low again.
Okay. Interesting. Could have Folded Light with Karenni.
Yeah.
What up, Fast Rider? He had to root for Skeeter. Because he just got hit in the face by Peter Connell. So if that's who you're rooting for, you need to reevaluate everything.
Don't listen to him, Amis, my sister. Skeeter's fine.
I mean, yeah, but Peter Connell, really?
He won.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it hit him in the morale.
We're assuming that he wants to flip his tier 2 next turn. We're assuming that.
Well, yeah, he does,
might not
right?
be his play.
Because then you get Pavara as well, and you're on. I mean, you can get a free Alana too. Maybe it's actually better to just go for the Alana. Because she's free. And you've got time to play with. Now that you don't have the right troop count.
Robin.
Yeah, he's going to scouts out of Tarvalon, hitting his tier 1 in the process. See if he can manage to hit tier 2. Not going to find a mana on the flip.
Good old Nard.
Everyone's favourite Trolloc. And yeah, Skeeter not going to Jangai Pass.
Yeah.
Explode in combat on the draw. Well, ideal. We'll use the trait. Has to be Alana. Can't think of anything else you'd go for. I don't even know if there is another Borderlander in the tier 1. There probably is one I'm not thinking of, but it's got to be Alana.
It is. Brings him to 14 channeling.
I feel like he's not under any pressure at all. Like, if I'm Skeeter right now, I'm feeling pretty comfy. Because he's not going to run out of channelers anytime soon. He's already got such good infrastructure set up to hit his tier 3. He can get the Adalorna Bastion as well. She's a Borderlander with +1 for each ice die, which currently is like +4. So like, and then he's got the Borderlander pluses as well. There's plus troops on Agilmar and troop protection on LAN, both X equals Borderlanders, so like he's gonna have so many tools at his disposal to just smack things. And that's exactly what Ram does already, right? So I'm hard pressed to argue with anyone other than Skier. That being said, you put your
pulling an eavesdrop.
Yeah. She's gonna peek her practice the forms.
These are all players. These are all players who are really good at the long game. You know what I mean? Like they take their time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not impulsive. I'm definitely more impulsive when I play.
Oh, me too. Me too. I'm balls to the wall 100% of the time. Unless I'm playing Rand and I just peeked and I know it's bad, and then I'm not. Like 90% of the time, 10% of the time, I probably still am because I'm terrible. But
I will point out, I don't think I've seen Skeeter peak once.
Yeah, that's got to be disappointing. Disappointed sound effect. I apologise, Iski, you can't hear the sounds, so if I ever sort of trail off mid-sentence, let's just assume that I'm playing a sound effect, and I'm not being a terrible commentator.
Male number 5 for the Robin. First to tier 2.
It comes in the form of Azadim Faizar, one of the newer White Cloaks. A very spicy one. I certainly am a fan of that follower. Let you,
for what it's worth, Skeeter just took a peek. So, good job, Skeeter.
Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
Didn't see what he peeked up. But
Tier 1 action. Tier 1 character.
it'd be so funny if the first time he peeked, he then immediately shuffled it to do his trait.
I've done it.
It's an interesting start here. Gwyn may be the only one who's a bit behind in the trait department, but like I don't hate that because yeah, if you can get the early sleet at tier 2, then that's where you want to be with a Gwyn, really. It's going to help you really power through those turns where you are recruiting your warders and still be able to discard and gain extra levels.
Yep. And you got a couple of favor factories with a Dorian and Aegyanan.
Yeah. Yeah. The only real downside is the loss of that stepping is going to be real rough. But if she can find something like a kidnapping, or a compelling argument even, you know, Gwyn definitely has the attributes to be able to play those cards. Even a compulsion at tier 3. Getting that stepping back is going to be a key part of the puzzle, I think.
Yeah.
But maybe not as integral to the water plan as some other traits combat strength characters are, because warders have a lot of tricksy stuff going on with Ivon. He can exhaust himself to stop an overwarder from being discarded, and there are other warders that you can profit from discarding, like with a Blood Knife ring, or with Elias to get a free follower.
Yep.
So, definitely something to watch out for as this game progresses. Probably going to be one of the first warders that Icicle prioritizes now that he's got the slate online. And for Robin, you have to think he's going to be going for Big Bone Holder as an hour pretty soon.
Are we exhausting to recruit?
Yeah, looks like it.
Does he have a leadership card he's looking to play?
No, but he's Matt. So, like, having leadership's not bad. There isn't a lot of leadership amongst White Cloaks, except on the Big Bondhold, but you kind of want to save him for the combat strength, so, like, having another leadership follower I don't hate. Nothing for him to play with at the minute, but don't hate it. Also lets him flip over the top card of the tier 2 deck, thanks to Faisar's little ability. Adrian Tarsin.
Interesting. The first time I've seen that in gameplay.
Yeah, it's a little spicy on that. So going through the motions here. Gotta think Critter must be ready to hit tier 3 soon, right?
Yeah, I was just looking to see, again, given her trait, there's not an Aaron Doran tier 2
There is.
channeler. There is?
Yeah. There's a couple. There's Dama Flynn is the first one that comes to mind. Maybe that is the only one. There's at least Dama Flynn. I feel like there's an Aes Sedai as well, but I can't remember who. Or an Aes Sedai. Maybe I'm thinking of a learned in tier 3. But yeah, you can definitely get Dama Flynn, the Ashramon.
Okay.
3 and 3 cost. So definitely affordable, especially with discount that you already have. Cost 1 and 2 for her. It's got to be an Andorran Aes Sedai.
It's Mygan.
Mygan, yes! It's her, yeah.
Okay.
I knew there was another one. Well done, Jisk. Smashed it.
Had to dig deep for that.
So yeah, what's the delay, Critter? Why are we in Jareen?
I think she's just bolstering her resources a little bit more, honestly.
I mean, you don't need him that turn anyway, right? Because you have to put him in the bin first and then go from the next turn. See if Robin goes for Azanawa or Bornhold first. Gonna be the Bornhold.
So free. And then what does Azanoa do again?
Draw a card when you exhaust a white cloak.
Gotcha. Oh, when you exhaust any white cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a very spicy game in my when I played White Cloak Grand that I mentioned earlier. I won that game because I had like all the white cloaks, and I flipped a Grindel and drew like 1,000,000 cards on Rand, and then popped my tier 3. There's a lot of random discards at the end of the turn, but killed the Grindel. So
okay. So if you'll get an action for each white cloak that you exhaust?
yeah, 100.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why Matt goes crazy with the white cloaks.
Gotcha. There
But
she is.
you take out the Azanawa, you take out the Bornhold, Matt sat with his dick in his hand.
Mm.
Yeah, and the Pavara now coming through. We'll put Skeeter on tier 3, first one of the game, I believe.
Yeah. Cheers,
Glainstorm
Skeeter.
miles away. Nynaeve's in her own way away.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Scared as fuck if I'm playing against Skeeter right now.
Yep.
Like, how do you lose in his seat?
Well, his traits are still pretty, his attributes are still pretty low. So in terms of playing any of the more traditional combat cards, he would struggle to do that, but he's got time to build up those attributes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he needs them. He's on 23 combat strength as it stands. And, like...
Yeah.
He can definitely maximize that to be higher, you know. It's going to take a few turns for the trait to come around. I think that's really the biggest clock on this game is going to be maybe like a 12-turn clock. Because if Skeeter can get Adalona Bastine, who costs 3 and 3, although to him cheaper, she'll be 2 and 1. If he can get Agelmar, who will be... I think 5 coins. And Lan, who will be like 7 coins. Then yeah, once he's got those 3, nothing will stand.
So it looks like Critter's going for that tier 2 traits. I assume she's going for Mygan or Dahmer Flynn, right?
And I'm glad she is, because this is what I was saying, the pressure is on now. If Rand can, within 12 turns, have enough to kill at any Forsaken on repeat, then you need to be tier 3 now.
Yeah.
Granted, that's not to say that Skeeter does all of those things. Maybe he does things in a different way. Maybe there's an even better way. Maybe there's a worse way and he finds it. We'll see, of course. I just got a lot of confidence in him right now. This Invitational is shaping up to be a very spicy one. The competition is extremely strong here in the first quarter of 2023. It's 2023, isn't it?
It is. And our first quarter having 5 groups, which is super exciting.
Yeah. Can someone let me know, by the way, how the stream quality is? Because I'm getting a lot of, like, orange and red bars which can't be good. But yeah, hopefully it's not all buffery and shit.
Robin's pretty low on the troop count, all things considered.
Yeah, just 6. Looks like he's getting the more death though. I was about to answer Bob's question about Gwen recruiting him, but oh, it's my camera.
The camera's buffering. Okay.
Maybe that was. I mean, it seems to have gone like green again now, so maybe it's calmed down. Oh, he's retracted the message. Now and again. Alright. I'll try and keep an eye on it. Turn it off.
So it looks like
again.
he's exhausting to recruit and also going to flip over, use the Acidim Bazaar, flip the top card situation.
Uh-huh.
And
he's
there goes
stealing
Steppen.
Steppen.
The other way.
Does this need to be flipped?
I feel like yes.
Okay, it's an Elysian. Ooh. Scouts for round. Didn't see if Skeeter peeked there.
I didn't see him peek, no.
Did Jangai pass? What he's looking for, because, like, as we were saying, doesn't really have the levels to play much. It's not a weave. Finds it killed in battle.
That could be fun.
Yeah, it's actually nowhere
real.
near as like disappointing as it usually is.
Yeah, in a traits game, it has far more implications.
Mm-hmm. Especially because a lot of those priority targets are being used in the middle of a battle. So, you know, someone uses a Born Hold, someone uses a Step In. It's tapped. It's the perfect time to play that card.
Is this the one where she goes for my again?
Sorry, I'm just answering a question from Critter India.
Should we do another hand check?
Yeah, give me a sec.
No problem.
So, Rand, right now, holding that killed in battle, along with a learned in combat, a folded light, a careful word, and a council meeting. Nothing too exciting there. Egwene, on the other hand, got a Bond Warder, which she does have access to now, and a couple of extra followers she could probably stand to lose. Promise Power and Embracing the Source, a Careful Prep, and a Backflip. And a Charge. So Icicle's hand's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good for Icicle right now. You know, you can Bond and then Embrace and you're tier 3, and you've got like a Backflip and a Charge that you could start attaching to people.
There is an Elysian right there on the top of tier 2.
Oh yeah, that too. Never even thought about that. I was thinking about one of the warders, but yeah. Grab an Elysian, get yourself to Holmuth playing. Nynaeve sitting on a Compelling Argument, Warded Conversation, Skimming, Mass Fork Route, Challenge, Honour, and a Portal Stone. And then finally to finish out with Matt has a Well-Turned Calves, a Journey Through Radiant, Practicing the Forms, Borderland Training, and 2 Arms.
It looks like Robin just played a coercion to take Agiana.
More theft from Robin going on. Bags himself a second warder to buff up that step in a little bit more. Curious.
Mm-hmm.
Curious. Really, hate drafting against each other to try and take these followers away in this game. Something I'm sure we'll see a
no
lot of this month.
surprise for. Yeah, no surprise to see fuckery from Robin.
Yeah, that's kind of his MO. That and being mildly irritating while he's trying to be good-natured. A Van Deen for Skeeter. I don't think he cares about her anymore. Bit late to the party. I guess it's +1 on the Adalona Bastine, so, like, you probably take it? He disagrees, though. I would attach the backflip Bob, except Ivon is so fucking important for a Gwyn. For the Warder trait. Qatar for a Gwen picks up a collecting evidence, forgotten tomes, unfolding the fan. I think I would have preferred the Bond Warder that turn. Drop the Olver or the Branalvier more likely. I just feel like you gotta get a hustle on.
Yeah, I absolutely would have done Bond Warder with Branalvier.
Because that puts you on 7, and he's got the
Oh, what do
Embrace
I
as
know?
well, which puts him on 9, so, like, if you can
Right.
be at tier 3 in 2 turns, why not? I know Gwen's not usually one to rush, it's just, in this format, you don't have time to play around. You know what I realised earlier
It
was...
certainly feels like Skeet.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I feel like Skeeter's ready to start flipping.
Oh yeah, he's in the driver's seat right now. 25 combat strength. I probably don't flip on the next turn because your trait's up. And I think you want to be using it on cooldown till you have those, at least those big 3.
Sure.
But turn after that, definitely, because if
he'd be
Go on.
He'd be targeting Adalorna and Tam, right? Or Adalorna and Lan, excuse me.
Adalorna, Lan, and Agelmar. Probably... So in terms of power, Agelmar is the most powerful. Lan is sort of tied with Adalorna, but he's more chance of Borderlander, so that probably puts the Lan above the Adalorna. However, right now, the Adalorna is probably better because he's got a lot of ice die. So it really could be any of the 3, it's hard to tell. Agelmar, probably the safest bet. Right now, he's got 5 Borderlanders. Agelmar's the 6th, and he makes a single troop for each Borderlander in a fight. So you can just walk through some Trollocs and pop that, and then it'll be ready a few turns later, and even if you didn't manage to find a fight, you got your troops.
Is he gonna peek? He
It
is.
is. It's a Narishma, a Borderlander. Probably not going to be too interested in that one, though. Draws an ambush.
Going for tier 3, so probably that Agelmar or the Lan.
Gotta be the Agelmar. Gotta be the Agelmar. Lan is troop loss prevention, so it's good, but like, you want to start with the ones that actually generate combat strength, because then you can just hit things faster. That's my take, at least. See if Skeeter agrees in just a moment. Looks like he does.
Called it.
Yeah, because, like, on paper, Agilmar and Lan make the exact same amount of value. They're both based on the amount of Borderlanders, and they're both based on the amount of, like, they make an amount of troops, or save an amount of troops. But Agilmar is upfront value every time, and Lan requires you to already have those troops for the value to be relevant. So, Agilmar better upfront.
That backflip just got attached.
Oh. Not sure how I feel about that personally. I've already said that. My opinion on the Ivon and how important he is, but we'll see how it pays off. Backflip attached is never a bad thing, even if it does take your Ivon out of commission. Nynaeve now's got to be thinking about getting the wheels turning, maybe looking for some weaves.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in there, though.
Yeah, I meant like as in maybe start to dig at Jangai Pass might be the call.
Yeah.
Draws on all the information.
There's no way to play it.
No. Tom Maryland.
Hey, Tom Maryland.
Always a nice one to snag. Robin now has to be... Did he already get as an hour? Why does he not have as an hour?
He picked up Pedronale for free.
Yeah, I know, and
time.
I'm looking at the Pedro Nile and thinking, why did he get this before as an hour? I mean, I guess if he didn't have resources, I don't know. Seems really weird. I'm gonna
Peter's
peek again.
peeking.
Ooh, it's a shot at her run.
That's probably not feeling quite that beefy.
Probably not, no. I mean, even with the Agilmar makes an extra 6 strength. Puts him on 32, so no, it's not enough.
Yeah.
He's gonna use the Agilmar going through some Trollocs, though. Generate some extra value on his way to Camelin.
Ooh.
That's his Borderland account there on a separate ticker.
Yeah, that's smart. I'd have to do that too. There's no way I'd keep track.
Yeah, I do it when it's getting big or when I have multiple counts going on.
Is this a good time for a mid-game poll? Or are we too close to the
is.
end game?
No, we'll do a mid-game poll. It's been about an hour. Keeping me on it. And after I set this poll up, I'm gonna leave you to your own devices for 10 minutes. And
dear Lord,
if you think you can
sounds like a terrible idea.
cope with that, is that cool?
Yes, that's cool.
Awesome.
I apologize to the audience in advance.
Well, I will be watching from my smoking shelter. Alright, well, the first poll ended up tied between Rand and Nynaeve. Let's see how the second one turns out. I've got to say, my vote would be going with Rand right now. The Icicle's sitting pretty good as well, and Robin's not too much of a bad position. Before I leave Jessica, I'll give you the true power.
Okay. Okay. It's like Critter's playing a challenge honor. Taking it off of Skeeter's hands for him. Very nice. On to Robin. Looks like he's going to use traits. We'll see if he goes for Asanawa this time, like James was calling for. Oh, no, but that is a... Okay. Looks like we might be seeing a... Oh, 2 arms to take no loss. And then we're seeing that killed in battle come out. Who is he targeting? Definitely take Bornhold. Daddy Bornhold. And there he goes. And just like that, Robin gets his tier 3, but he loses his White Cloak army. So a little bit of a mixed bag. Now we're on to Skeeter. Doing that peek. Okay. An S named Aes Sedai. His trait's not up right now. Just gonna go to Erangel and draw 2. Gonna use Alana. Take a tier 1 order instead. Interesting. See what he takes. Puts up a mount up. Wants to get his leadership up some. He has a council meeting. Oh, and he got a blood knife ring. That could be fun. We want Icicle. Also sitting on a blood knife ring. With a discard up to his Tomorrow level. Over to Nynaeve. Doing her rotations. If I had thought about it, I would have done some voice prep like Santa does when he hosts. So I'm sorry, you guys. So she's gone to Kyrianne. Thanks, Amis. There's that tier 2 who has to die. Oh, okay. Sulin comes up. No one's playing an Aiel game today, which is always a shame. Move on to Robin. See what he does. His traits back up. Gotta find allies. No real way to play it. Oh, and there is the Asunawa. He is tier 3, yes, but he sacrificed his, he wound up losing his Daddy Bornhold to a killed in battle to get his tier 3. Okay, we got Skeeter. Taking a peek. Still Shida Haran. Moving to Camelin. His trait is up, so he could scramble the tier 3 deck looking for Lan, however you want to say it. I mean, I guess he could flip. Is he going to flip? He's going to flip. Holy smokes. He does have that blood knife ring, so let's see what he does. He starts by flipping his tier 3. He's at 15, 22, and 7, 29 with his hand. Agilmar is already down, so we need the blood knife ring. Exhaust Masima, play the blood knife ring. I don't see any cancels coming out. Looks like he's got it. And the applause sound effect for you, Skeeter, for killing Shida Haran right out the gate. Down to 1 troop. Definitely took a substantial lead on the leaderboard now. Don't forget to shuffle him back in, dude. Okay. Let's see how Icicle follows up. Most to band or even. This trait is up. Looking for a tier 2 warder, it looks like. I wonder if he'll remember Sleet's ability. Who are we taking? Gowan. Ew. But he's free. And there's a discard. Where's Kudlap? Avalon. Using her tier 3. It's going to pick up Embrace. Interesting. Rate is up. I'm going to recruit from the tier 3. Will she go for an Elaine? There it is. Elaine. Fantastic. 2. Just kidding. So that'll give her a total of 6 for use of Elaine.
Okay.
Like-
Things are starting to heat up a bit.
James is back. Yeah, that's what you get for leaving the room.
Some questionable decisions there. I'm not sure about the Mazima
usually the way I like
sacrifice. I think Daigian would have been the better call there. But yeah, at least took the Shidar down. And as far as Icicle, get the Gawain, could have got an Elias. Probably better.
But the Gowan was free and let him draw a card because of sleet, and he got an attribute point out of it. So
I still never feel good about Gawain. I just
Neither
can't
do I,
endorse
clearly,
that
with my-
type of thing.
with my ew response, I'm clearly not a Gowan stan.
Spy Network for Critter. Can play that with the Tom.
Looks like Robin's taking a find allies to, get Daddy Bornhold back.
Okay. So a bit of recovery there for the White Clerks. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty tense game. Everyone's sort of getting online now. Skeeter going to Adam Merc. Have to imagine he's probably going to grab that blood knife right back. Does in fact.
Yep.
Go for that. Haven't seen his backflip get played yet, I don't think.
No. Right. And
Collecting
Icicle
evidence.
Egwene's playing a collecting evidence.
That's going to be a
up the-
warded conversation
card
from
count.
Kura.
As long as she's on it, yep.
She's on it.
There it is.
Ooh. Careful prep right back.
Ooh, easy, Robin.
She got the blood knife ring. Oh, got a blood knife ring. Did she already have one?
Who? Egwene?
Yeah.
Yes, Egwene already had a
okay,
blood
okay,
knife ring.
okay. It got well turned calves.
Oh.
I was wondering if that was going to happen when, I was like, you well turned calves to careful prep, but you could have just well turned calves the first thing as well. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Looks like Robin didn't think of it earlier until he threw his hand on the table and saw it there. Career in a pretty good
Well,
position
Critter's-
now with that lane.
Yeah, I think she's at 27 combat strength right now, minus any cards.
Yeah, 27. Nothing in hand to help with the fight. 27 is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Most things. No battle leaves at all so far this game. No arrows, call lightning, nothing. He's gonna flip. Don't know, she'll be good for the double flip. Do you risk it? I feel like you risk one, because if it's bad you can get rid of it, but risking the push is like... Critter's got big balls. It's a Grindel!
Oh, Grindel! Okay,
that's what she didn't want to see.
Yeah.
She's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she's also gonna lose a level thanks to more death. Oh, you get to see that one too often.
Well, if she's smart, she'll do it in channeling because she's still got that embrace, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't taunt them. That's not nice.
I'm not nice. I'm the Dark too, motherfucker.
I know you're not nice. I know you're not nice. Yeah, there's no real way around it.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting there.
Oh, and a disarm trigger as well.
Mm-hmm. I can disarm Barnhold. There she is, blocking the way to Jengai Pass. Oh, Deus Damar, okay. Yes, Amise. James is the dark one. Or he was, and then he evolved to the dark too.
Yeah, because I'm darker than the Dark One. I'm twice as dark as the Dark One, that's why I'm the Dark too.
Sure, sure.
But like all good Pokemon, I actually have a third form that no one's seen yet.
I was just thinking that too, and I'm like, I don't know enough about Pokemon to crack the joke, so I'll shut up.
That's about as much as I know. I'm pretty sure most Pokemon have 3 forms.
Yeah.
But like, that's...
Based on what I learned from my kid when he was in 5th grade, yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of when I was a kid in... I don't know what 5th grade is, but, like...
Elementary school?
I don't know what that is
school?
either. Primary, there we go. Okay, so like...
There you go.
10, 11 years old?
Yes, 10 years old.
Goddamn regional differences. You Americans
I
are so weird.
And not just because of that. Okay.
Woo!
Oh, Lan.
It's an expensive land flipped over.
Yeah. Skeeter, you should hop right on that.
I imagine he's gonna if Robin leaves it there, but chances of Robin leaving it there are 0.
What is it? 9 coin in a favor then?
Yeah, but he can reduce.
He can. He
He's
is
not
leaving
gonna. Wow, how aggressive Robin's been taking away other people's followers this game. I'm very surprised by that. That's
He doesn't have... Skeeter doesn't have enough coin. You peek.
True. Didn't get to that one in time. You're right, he doesn't have enough coin. maybe that was a factor in Robin's decision there, but kind of hard pressed to turn down the land when I've already focused on stepping and Eggianin. I feel like if you're going to lean into that style of play, you have to lean into it fully. Skia just trying to figure out how to lean into his massive lead. Is that the first backflip?
Yes, it is.
Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
Taking one. Interesting. Gotcha. You're bad every day, James. Don't even try it.
Oh, I'm a bad boy. Yeah, damn sure.
Yep.
Why do I feel like part of the Big Mouth cast? Anyone who hasn't seen that, don't worry about it.
Because I haven't. So where does Critter go from here?
I could answer this, but with specifically got a request for Jessica. So
What did I do?
explain backflip for
Amit.
us newbies.
Okay, so backflip, if you read the card,
I got it up.
skill 7, thank you, where you make a move, you resolve the location, and you move back to the location you came from and resolve that location as well. Which on certain points in the map can be very beneficial to essentially take 2 turns. Or take 2 moves, I shouldn't say 2 turns.
Yeah.
I don't use this quite as well as some of the others, but a good backflip scenario like what Icicle did is getting to draw a bunch of cards and then also do a location.
Yeah, so he went to Qatar, drew 3 cards, and then back to Bandar-Riban where he got a character and 3 coins. Whereas usually that'd take 2 turns, so it's basically a free turn, yeah.
Except you don't get to rotate an extra time, so you can't refer to it as an extra turn, right?
Right. You are correct on that. 2 turns worth of value for the price of 1 single turn. It's like a
and Galad.
Can I add to the white cloak ensemble that Matt's got going on? Has a duty to the people in the hand, but not many coins, so can't see that one getting fired off. Would be nice to play for the light if he happens to look into that one, but nothing at the moment. I think there's 2 backflips.
Is there one out in the hand as well?
No, I just in the deck, right?
Oh, in general, in the decks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I assumed that's what the question meant. There isn't any others like
here we go.
in play at the minute. Oh, that's not a reveal. It's an Azanawa, an Azadim Faizar flipping the Asmodean for everybody to see.
Nice.
Yeah.
So who's got it? He's got 10.
The Skier's got a
He's got 15.
He's got a blood knife.
Did he pick up the blood knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he needs it, right? He's got the Agilmar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably does need it. But yeah, you get a troop in Kimlin. and then Blood Knife with the Dagian.
Absolutely. There he goes. And I don't know what Egwene will do, but Nynaeve will probably skim out of Jengai Pass based on what her hand used to be.
Yeah. I mean, she has a fog that she found at Jengai, so theoretically she could fog the Grendel. But then everyone else will be aware of it, so... Also, somebody else could just shuffle it back into the deck if it got fogged on top. There's a lot of interesting implications in the late game mechanics of these traits activations.
Comes out the Blood Knife ring.
And he did use the correct follower this time.
So there goes that.
And there goes Asmodean just as quickly. First Forsaken of the game in the bag.
Yes, cheers, Skeeter.
Second tier 3 enemy. First Forsaken. Oh, right, yeah, we didn't have this Talonvor here before. Or did I just miss that? I might have just missed that.
I think that she put it, added him kind of after the fact, after she got done realizing that
Yeah. Hadn't paid
she had
much
the exhaust and everything. Icicle playing a turn cloaks.
Taking his sweet time tearing up.
Yep.
Which I think is
Gotta
wrong.
be Matt. Yeah.
Because he has a Blood Knife ring, a charge, a Battleborn, and a Call Lightning in hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of gas.
So, like, you should be fighting Forsaken right this second. He's got the Bond Warder to get to tier 3. Which is why I don't understand what Icicle's doing here.
Okay. Well, he did say he was a little off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that, like, I know I can be a little harsh on players sometimes. I think it comes out of me especially when I hold the player to a very high standard. And I got used to holding Icicle in such a high standard when he came into the game and started smacking everyone around. Unfortunately, life gets in the way of that. He's got a child to look after. Fair play to him. Not gonna blame the priorities from differing there. But it's just because I had that such high standard of him from the early games that when I see him playing a little more shaky, I get concerned.
That fog is coming out. And to be fair, though, Icicle still will spank just about anybody in a casual. You know, when he's got the time and attention.
Yeah, if you can catch him at the, like,
today.
2-hour period that is available in that week, then yeah.
He is definitely still a threat, either way.
Top. Be interesting to see if somebody else intentionally goes for this Grendel fight.
I don't know if Skeeter's the only one whose trait is up to scramble her back in, though. I don't think that he'll go for her intentionally.
Looking at the hand real quick.
I don't know if there's...
Yeah, Matt doesn't really have a lot going on. Nynaeve doesn't. I mean, Egwene could, but she's not tier 3. So yeah, you're looking at Rand then, who's currently on 8, could get an extra 6 from his tier 3, that'd be 14, 5 from the Agolmar is 19, still a way off.
And Pritter
used her turret. Her turret must have been up.
So why is Semirog showing? Yeah, somebody flipped the deck.
I think they just flipped the deck by accident, yeah.
So we got Gareth Bryn.
Yes! another one to the party that makes troops. 2 Aes Sedai at the minute with Olin and Mygon, so we'll get a bit of extra value from the Garth Bryn.
Mm-hmm. So in that scenario, you exhaust the Gareth Bryn first and then the Elaine
Uh,
to get maximum value.
don't think it makes a difference, does it?
You lose out on one or the other.
Why? It doesn't matter if they're ready or not.
Oh, okay.
It's just for each in your party. It doesn't matter if the other eaches are ready or not.
Gotcha. Okay, that was my mistake.
Yeah, so Garth Bryn is 2 every time, regardless of whether Elaine is ready when you use him, or Mygon, or...
And Elaine
Actually, sorry. Yeah, yeah,
is
it's 2.
still 6.
Yeah, and
so.
Elaine is still 6, yeah. Matt's gonna find it a Shamael.
Woohoo!
What have
Big
you
summer
got going
blowout.
on over here? You got 7.
He's on 12. 14
Daddy
of the
Bornhold back.
Steppin. Or is that Steppin playing a dragon team? Looks like. So I'll put him on 17, Bornhall. $25, I think. And then he uses tier 3. Get the rest of the distance.
Nice.
And he'll get to draw some more cards in the process.
He's got Radama Sunawa now.
Yeah. So he's going to manage to catch up a bit to Skeeter there.
Mm-hmm.
An Unfolding the Fan and a Mashadar among some other things. Not so tired of healing in a close call, and sorry, it wasn't a Mashadar, it was a Mash and Shin.
I guess to pick up that
team back, yeah.
dragon team back.
Three kills left. Oh yeah, he can do that.
He's playing the not so tired.
Yeah. I was
That's
thinking he
not bad.
couldn't do that, but he could because it was in the middle of the fight that he drew it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He gets his Bornhold back too.
Mm-hmm.
Draws a healing, second healing. Starting to get a bit concerned about the points gap now between
Mm-hmm.
First, second, and third and fourth. Especially with the Shamael already gone, that's the biggest, like, other than Moradin, it's the biggest point Forsaken.
Sidar could come back up, right?
Yeah, Shidar could come back up again, sure. A lot of averages would say that he wouldn't, but actual averages would say he's just as likely to come again, so...
How many multiple Shida Haran games have we played?
Oh, plenty.
So, should we do the final poll then? Since we've got a couple Forsaken in the bin?
I'll leave it one more. It's only been up about 35 minutes, so... I'll wait till one more Forsaken goes down. I feel like we're going to have a bit of trepidation here. We could still have another hour left before this game just closes out. If you need a break any point, by the way, that's fine. Oh, I know it's your first time in the booth, but just, yeah, feel free to step away if you need to. Peak for Skeeter there, I didn't see who it was. It's a Mahale. Probably gonna go take that out, right? Kind of just assuming he can.
Well,
maybe he can't. I'm gonna be on 11 plus 6, 17. Unless he draws something good. I think he can actually take it.
Does he have anything good in hand? I don't remember.
Nah, you got nothing. Hot garbage.
There's no other way.
Honestly, like, I probably get the Avalona. Probably should have got a bit earlier on, but... Yeah.
Is she tier 2? Because that looks like where he's headed.
Yeah, she's tier 2. She'll cost him 2 coins and a favour.
Well, he's definitely got that.
Okay, you're going to have to excuse me again for another 30 seconds because now it's cold and I'm going to put the jumper back on.
No, what's for the Lane?
Does he have the most ice to die? I'm going to count before I go put my jumper back on. Yes, he does.
That she makes 4, so...
Yeah. So that is going to give a lot of power. He can pick Blood Knife Rings up on cooldown.
And it doesn't have to exhaust her. Amazing.
No, exhaust her. You have to exhaust her to do it.
Oh, you may exhaust her. Yeah. How about
I
read the...
Yeah. Right, bro.
High school just picked up Maxim. Discarding the green man. Channeling up to 7. We're on to Critter. Critters using Tom Maryland to play Spy Network.
Well, she's going to see a Mahale at least. She's got Kill Command in hand as well. Gareth Bryn could certainly play that one.
Absolutely.
I have to imagine this is just a Mahale kill unless there's something better, but she's on 9 plus Kill Command is 21. Plus Elaine is 27, so there's not much. Like, there might be a couple that are better than Mahale. But, Mahale or better, I think.
Some of those high-level Deus Damar cards are a lot of fun.
Very powerful. Very powerful. The real moment of truth. What does she find in the tier 3? Eesh. It's Mahale or Moggy. And there's a Null and a Cerealia.
Mahale.
Yeah. Every time. And then you put Cerealia, Megiddy, and Null furthest down because somebody has Borderlander.
Or you can just delete. You can just put them in the bin.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, I'm probably leaving Megiddian on top at least. Because someone else flips her and, like, goes out their way to fight her. They've wasted 2 turns on the Megiddian kill, so that puts you ahead. Just by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe anybody has any cancels.
Yeah, no, they kind of all came out in that one flurry.
So this should be a safe clean kill here. Which will mean it's time for the final pull of the night. You weren't far off.
Kill command comes out. This. She exhausts Celine. Things are up to 27. And Mahale down. And gets her on the score tracker, which has got to feel better.
I mean, slightly. I'd be feeling a lot more comfortable if I had another one in my sights.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, like, Curry doesn't need to win. She's already got a great captain jersey. What does she have to play for?
Sheer love of the game, creator.
True. Because apparently, that's the thing.
What?
Political distraction for Matt.
There's more death.
Pumping
That's
weights. He's pumping. What else, like, do you even lift, bro?
Yikes.
Easy. Did she catch it? Did I miss it again?
I wasn't looking, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna ask again. If they didn't catch it this time. It's on them.
Play another action. So what do we got? Practicing the forms. Interesting.
All votes on Rand at the minute.
Peter has an impressive lead.
Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to vote for anyone else. Robin could catch him. Robin, certainly no stranger to stealing games away that he had no business winning.
Are we peaking? That's the question.
Searching currently.
Does he have a find allies or something?
No, nothing that affects the discard pile. He's gonna peek. It is no Charin left on top. Could get himself a Borderland. Doesn't have the favour though at the minute, so yeah. Just a dead draw. With the lane being taken down from political distraction as well, it means he can't pick up that Blood Knife ring for another couple turns still. Assuming that was the target, but don't think there's anything better in there right this second. Icicle now looking through the discard pile.
Yeah.
There's something going on that I don't know about here.
I don't know. Are we having a raising the dead party and nobody told us?
Maybe everyone's
this is the
trying
zombie
to...
variant.
Everybody's bluffing the Horn of Valia.
Oh, maybe.
Skeeter, like, obviously tried to hint that he had it, and then Icicle was like, wait, you can't have the horn, I have the horn.
Is that Meridon?
Finds a random tier 2 fight, and gets to extend the lead a bit.
Yeah.
Barcenas will go down without a hitch.
Barthanes gives you an attribute.
Get the feeling Skeeter's just spinning his wheels until the whole end does to come back up around and can get ready for a proper fight. Icicle, on the other hand, really needs to hit tier 3. I've been saying this the entire game.
Just gonna say, okay, Bond Warder from half an hour ago at least.
Finally. Comes through, yeah. It has to be like... I've been saying to play that Bond Warder since the first poll, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Finally hits tier 3. Got a long way to go to catch up, though. And only 2 Forsaken left. It does start to put some pressure on.
Gotta imagine she's gonna go for a high level weave.
Sure would hope. It looks like she did lose a Dace to Mar level from that Moradin.
Okay.
Modeth. Balefire.
Oh, probably not what she was looking for, though.
No, but also not the worst in traits. It's a straight answer to just about anything that they can't just go, oh, I have a find allies, or I'm naive and I can recruit, or I have Romander, or whatever, you know. Can't
really
Ivon it, you know, you can Belfort and around Ivon, or...
It's definitely a game changer. No pun intended. pun intended, to play it with traits and have so much more emphasis on your party. You know, like when I first started playing this game, I would play Perrin because it really didn't matter if I had a party, other than the recruiting points, the last battle points it would amount to. So it's really quite different to play with the traits on.
For sure. And yeah, like we've highlighted, those kill cards, they just get more and more powerful the later the game goes. Especially if they permanently remove.
Robin recruiting again under the tier 2. Don't know who's left in there.
It's got to be the guy who lets you look at someone's hand. I know, Siren. Yep.
Oh. Very spicy indeed.
Yeah, it's very handy. Make sure the coast is clear. Robin's kind of set up for like the potential to fight now as well, I feel. Got an unfold in the Fan and the Dragon team once his followers come back around. Got the Born Hold, got Matt's tier 3 anyway, so definitely some tools available for him to get things kicking. He's gonna flip the note.
Certainly seems the closest.
Yeah, it's between him and Rand, I'd say. Of course, the difference being there is still about a Forsaken kill between Rand and Matt at the minute, so even if Robin does manage to find the next one, unless it happens to be a big one, and we know for a fact that the next one that's going to come up is Magidian unless somebody shuffles, then Skeeter will still have the edge on him. Skeeter peeking and Avienda. Double Blood Knife Ring pickups?
I mean, why not?
In for a penny?
Commit to the Blood Knife Ring.
But he doesn't have the Gowan. It's the only person stupid enough to put one on.
I love using Gowan to play a Blood Knife Ring. I love it.
It's poetic.
It is. Who's got what in their hands? Anything useful?
Yeah, I'll tell you the important bits. Rand just picked up a Ball of the Winds. Egwene has a Cover Me, a Call Lightning, a Battleborn, a Blood Knife Ring, and a Charge, and a Forgotten Tomes. So, handful of gas. Nynaeve, pretty much just the Balefire and some bits and pieces of utility that she doesn't really have full access to. And Matt has a Call Lightning too. No way to play it right now. Dragon Team, Unfold the Fan, Close Call, and a Fighting Dirty that is also a couple levels off. So really not a great deal in hand at the minute.
Egwene just attached Cover Me to Maxim.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
With Gowan. Why not?
It's not X.
Gowan's passive says any leadership level can use a higher level.
Yes. Yeah. The level of the follower is still 7. They can just play level 8 cards. but that doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
Because Cover Me is checking for the
Gotcha.
level of the follower.
So, good clarification.
There's a lot of complex nuances in this game.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny given all the gas you just said he had.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's still got, like,
We've
a ton going on. But,
we've seen games come down to one troop, so one combat strength, so.
I mean, I'm more concerned about the fact that he's on 1 point.
Hmm.
Else Grunwald picked up from the bin by 9E for free.
Add to the
Actually going to
Gareth
cost
Bryn
1
count.
coin, right?
His eyes.
Fire reference size.
Oh, nice. Meanwhile, Robin's still playing. Picks up Noel Charin.
Sure.
Does he just want to exhaust people?
I guess. Draw a million cards. Because that's not how roads work in hand. Love to see that one.
Mm.
Now we're gonna have to wait for all the draws to come through, and then the discards, and it's Robin, so it'll take twice as long as it needs to. Oh,
Plus the fighting dirty, as
yeah.
Bob just pointed out.
Plus the fighting dirty. What are we on about?
Oh,
the null
sounds like Robin's
Charin,
gonna.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he had the fighting dirty before. He just couldn't play it, but now he can with the null. Just picked up a throwing knives as well as a sneak too, so he can get one more skill level himself. He can play that throwing knives himself, and thus the fighting dirty himself as well. But getting that one more level might be a tough one.
Mm. Did he already draw?
He did, yeah. He's doing his discards.
Okay.
Looks like he's keeping hold of the kidnapping. Could be interesting. What a loser.
Rid of. Yeah.
Kick him.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, you can't be the champion of the light if you don't play great captain cards, right?
Yeah, it's in the contract.
Mm-hmm. That he signed with blood. Okay, now we get to see what Skeeter's gonna do. Good peek.
That's a Cerealia.
Yeah, it's disappointing. What are we doing with Bar? We're playing that Bowl of the Winds.
Could be a Rodell. Can't think of anything else. Will help him recharge, but like... I suppose next turn he can get the Blood Knife Ring as well. When he goes back to tab
And he
1.
also shuffled the tier 3
that's
deck.
true. Yeah. Bang on, yeah. It's not a bad play there.
No.
Get some extra troops from Agilmar on the way too. So that's more value, because he'll be on 8 troops now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice sequence of Skier.
He's smart like that.
He had me cracking up yesterday. During D&D. He's playing...
Oh yes, how was your D&D?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, yeah. I'm still real rusty, because I hadn't DM'd for a few years before this. But, yeah, he's playing a Warforged, basically a robot, so... but he's also role-playing it very much as a robot who's pretending to be a human and doing a very bad job of it. And it's just hilarious.
Well, that sounds entertaining. Yeah.
Like, within the first 5 minutes, I was falling out of my chair and being like, stop, man, I'm trying to DM.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Critter, everybody's back up. Jengai. See if she can get a better weave.
Yeah, 3rd time's the charm. The Void.
Void.
Not terrible.
No. Can be fun.
Not a Blossoms or a Deathgate, but it's not terrible. Could be a Blossoms and a Deathgate, theoretically. Robin going with a rally.
Interesting.
That might mean he's ready for a fight. Picked up a notoriety as well there, so he will be able to get himself an extra skill level if he wants to spend a turn to play it. Might be worth doing, especially if you can bag a few favour and then you at least know that you've been efficient in terms of points. Just thinking if he gets this one more skill level, then he can play the throwing knives and the fine dirty, so... Gonna go with the kidnapping though. See who the target is.
What's he gonna take?
Karini Nagashi. Okay. 100% on what Robin's plan is.
I'm not sure who from the tier 1 deck I would have cared about. Maybe Hamar. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like Hamar's probably the only one that matters slightly now.
Because he's still got Stefan, so...
I mean, I would have just gone with the notoriety there. Because there's nothing that really matters that much for the kidnapping. Narishma on top,
Who's
by
on
the
the
way.
peak?
It's,
Narishma.
yeah, pretty disappointing. Eben to assist Karenni for Call Lightning. Sure, I guess.
Isn't Call Lightning in Egwene's hand, though?
They both have one. Matt has one too.
They both have it now?
Yes, yes. Ooh, and Egwene has a false information.
Okay.
And a moment's notice, which could be relevant, who knows.
Don't you need a great captain for a moment's notice?
No. A moment's notice is an exhausted follower readies itself.
Okay.
The one that was great captain no longer is either, though. That was best of the best. No, wait, no. It still is great captain, it's just better now. It used to be cancel a tactics card, now it's cancel a reaction.
Oh, alright. There's Avienda.
Been there a while.
Nobody can afford her. Or Critter can get her for free.
And it might be to interest to do so.
Yeah, because then she can pick up... There's still a Blood Knife ring.
Yeah.
At least one, right?
She can pick it up with the Void, too, in the middle of a fight if she needs to. Narishma the Flip for Icicle gets that off the top of the deck. Can an exhausted follower that has another card attached play a moment's notice? No! Can't play actions that aren't attached to them. However, you can ready it with a Not So Tired, because that doesn't need to be played by the follower itself. A moment's notice is just very weird in that regard.
Going for the free Avienda.
Yep, not against it. Robin's gonna be all back around now. I have to think it's gonna be looking for a fight this turn. Especially the Narishma just being flipped off the top, you know that you've got a chance to flip at something that Rand hasn't peeked at.
Yep. He's spending the turn to... Oh no, he's swapping the notoriety. Interesting.
Yeah, he's tossing it, yeah. Picked up the right rumors. Lanfear.
There we go.
Sitting on 8 combat strength at the minute. Oh, I did not pick that troop up yet. Okay. He's on 7. Or maybe he hadn't lost it for the Trollocs. He should be alright. Born
I have no
Hold
idea how
makes-
many white cloaks he has.
think 9. Yeah, he's got 9 white cloaks.
Mhm.
I think he's just missing
And throwing
Balor
knives.
and the dragon team, so that's like
Wait. Did he just play throwing knives? Because he was at 4 skill level. Or did he use
no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good catch.
I
Keeping
have
him
no
honest.
idea where he's at for a count, though. He was at 4 for the throwing knives, 5 for that, makes 9, 14, 16. He's at 16, and then 25. So he's got it with Bornhold.
Yeah, he needs one more, right?
Yeah.
So he's having to use the tier 3 to do one more.
Who's he gonna?
I think he did a white cloak because he just drew a card. Or unless that was for Bornhold, it might have been.
I think it would almost be wanting to do Galad instead to get the extra point, but.
Yeah, for sure.
And did he get the extra point for Noel Charon for
I think he did.
exhausting?
I'm not certain, but I think he did. One fear should be down.
Oh, he exhausted Ainur Saren to look at Rand's hand.
Right. I zoomed in. I didn't see the
Interesting.
icon.
And just like that, we're down to the last Forsaken.
Yeah. And it might not be very long at all, because both Skeeter and Ice Skull can take one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a chance of a very poor showing for Icicle, which is unusual.
Sorry.
Robin just catches himself up nicely, so Skeeter does need to try and find something here. If he can manage to snag the last kill, he's pretty much locked in for a win and a spot in that invitational.
Yeah. They look somewhat similar in terms of last battle. Oh. Promote Robin. How did he get? He must have dropped.
No, he dropped a That's Not How Roads Work in the discard pile.
Oh, and got demoted. Duh. Yep.
Yes. I didn't see... Oh, that hasn't been a peek yet. Okay. It's tense. What's it gonna be? It's Arengar!
Aha. Now, is Arengar the one that discard 2 at random or discard by choice?
It's one random. One random.
One random.
Which could hit a blood knife ring, but he'd still have 14 plus 8 if he uses tier 3 right away. Plus
And he's still got Rodell.
Yeah, plus Rodell. So more than fine. Even if he doesn't use the tier 3 right away, he's more than fine. And we kind of already know there's no cancels around because nobody did anything about that land fear.
Well, I mean, there is a Fighting Dirty, but now he can't play it because he used Null Charin.
Right. Right. Actually, 2 Fighting Dirties in my hand. But, yeah, both of those are inaccessible.
Mm-hmm.
This might be Skeeter's first league win. I'm not sure, but...
Yeah, I don't know. We were in different groups for January and February as well, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he's on 6 points at the minute, which means he hasn't won this year in league. And I don't... He only joined towards the end of last year, so...
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if he picked up
And
any
there we
dubs.
So he flipped her.
Would you flip over Arangar, Jessica?
Don't worry about it.
I wasn't worried. He lost an ambush. Oh no. Oh no.
What?
He lost an ambush.
That's okay.
It's the worst thing that could have ever happened.
You're so full of crap. Seven 14.
Oh.
What is RTFs?
Read the fucking card.
Oh. Poor James. Yep. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, don't mind us. We're all just figuring it out.
Wait, what's the why are they dragging an ambush around?
And then he's using the execution, I guess, to finish her off.
Yeah, with the Rodell. Who's winning? More like who's won.
Hi, Beth.
Yeah, joined right in time for the finale here, folks. The last battle is about to kick off, but it certainly looks like it's Skeeter's game. I can't see any reality in which he doesn't win this one. Robin close behind.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if that battle makes a difference.
Yeah.
Beth, we had Critter as Nynaeve, Icicle as Egwene, Skeeter's playing Rand, and Robin is Matt.
I think that might be done. Ah, everyone's just turning up at the end of the stream. You guys doing?
Yeah, hi, Kev.
Alright, let's hop over into chat with the players, have a little post-game interview.
So maybe it's not the lowest for me.
Right. And I say that with all the love, by the way.
Oh yeah. Slow games like that are so frustrating.
On the plus side, at least you didn't do as bad as Icicle.
Well, I was just saying, like, I was complaining about the low points, but like Icicle had
That's
lower
been well
points.
established, James.
And I was saying that it just sucks because having a game like that is just not fun usually.
On the plus side,
finally picked up
Icicle.
Battleborn.
On the plus side, Icicle, at least you weren't as bad as me today.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. I thought about false information, but why delay the misery? Let's just get it over with.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Oof.
Skeeter,
Move on.
very well played, sir. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that might have been your first win in the league?
Second.
Second. I won last week or last month as well. Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought, because you were on, like, 6 points, I thought it must have been a 3 and a 3.
Right.
But
No, I lost the first game and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
won the next two.
that
'cause
checks out then.
I
Okay,
demanded
well,
that it was
demanded. Well, 11 points is going to see you safely into the Invitational, my friend, so congrats on...
Called it, too. He said, I'll lose the first one, get in the bottom bracket, and then win to get in the envy.
What, he called it?
Well done. Yeah, he called it. Was like
Of course,
commentary, I
Ice
think.
the Barber would remember that.
Yeah.
That was a great game, y'all. Great game. Aside from my partner.
These things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we shall close out the show. But thank you to all our players for a phenomenal match. It was very entertaining.
We're off Jessica.
Yeah, well played,
Yeah.
Skeeter.
Yeah, GG's, good job. Yeah, that was a very good game on your part.
Thank you.
And thank you as well, Jessica, for helping out in the commentary. It's very nice to have you.
No problem at all.
Alright, I'll
Alright.
see you lot soon. And that is gonna wrap up the show from us tonight, folks. As always, if you've enjoyed this stream, make sure spank that like button for RJ. You know he wants you to. Spank the sub button, because subs like being spanked. It's only polite. And make sure to leave a comment down below as well, especially if you're watching this back later. Leave those comments for the YouTube algorithm, because the algorithm likes it, and you can spank it too, as well.